I honestly don't know how I should feel about this. So, if you guys didn't know, right now, just the Xfinity and Truck Series schedule just got released today, and let's check. Um, Nothing new in the Xfinity schedule. Nothing new with Xfinity. Nope. Daytona, Atlanta, Las Vegas. So far so good. And yeah, that's it. Now the Xfinity schedule has no changes as you can see, as far as I know. But that's okay by me. That's fine by me. I mean the Cup series doesn't have any drastic changes, so I expect the Xfinity series to not have any changes. And that's okay, that's fine by me. Let's move on. Okay, Truck Series. First of all, it's gonna be called Gander Outdoors Truck Series, which I don't know how I should feel about this. It's called NGOTS for a reason. NGOTS. Like the first thing that comes to my mind when I pronounce that name is ingots, like the iron ingots and gold ingots you use when playing Minecraft. That's what it is. So yeah, it's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be a process. It doesn't have like the same taste like Craftsman Truck Series or Camping World Truck Series. It doesn't have the same like taste to my mouth. It leaves such an awkward taste to my mouth. But yeah, let's just check this schedule. Daytona, Atlanta, Las Vegas, Martinsville. Oh, okay, Texas. Okay, so did NASCAR already change their mind? So did NASCAR already make a change here? Okay, Dover, Kansas, Charlotte. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? 2 Texas races. So you're telling me that after Martinsville, four of the next 5 races are 1.5 mile tracks, and 2 of the next 5 races are held at Texas. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, Eldora is after Pocono is held on a Thursday. I'm not a huge fan of that. Yeah. Okay, so the season ends. Okay, so it's 4 past. So the playoffs begin at Bristol in mid-August, and they end on November 15th. That's a 3 month playoff. A 3 month playoff, like 7 races. 7 races in 3 months. What is this? Formula One, dude. Playoffs, 7 races in 3 months. Like, it's a the Truck Series playoffs. 7 races in 3 months. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this. They shouldn't. They should have never moved that Texas race. They should have never moved that Texas race. I mean, if you wanted to move a Texas race, just get rid of the June race. Get rid of the June race. I know it's a standalone race. I don't know what's with the Truck Series racing at Texas in June in standalone race, but I don't care. I don't care. If you're gonna run at Texas, if NASCAR is going to run at Texas, just run all 3 national series. And if you're going to run at Texas, and if you're going to run the standalone race at Texas in June, don't make any changes. Just the Texas race. Don't touch the Texas race and just put it back where it belongs in November, because then we're stuck with this. 2 Texas races. 2 after Martinsville. 2 of the next 5 races are at Texas. And you got like 4 of the next of the next 5 tracks after Martinsville are 1.5 mile tracks. That's definitely a problem. That's definitely a problem. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what NASCAR was thinking when they made this change. I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Eldora being held on Thursday. Oh, and the Bristol race is also on a Thursday. Cool. I mean, I don't know what to make of this. I mean, I guess it was a bit awkward on a Wednesday, but I mean, I've gotten used to Truck Series on Wednesday nights, so that could be more me. Yeah, that could be more me. But I don't know what to make of this. I mean, the playoffs start way too early for my liking the Truck Series. I mean, this year the Truck Series playoffs start way too early. They start Canadian Tire, like they start way too early, and now they just pushed it up. I mean, by the time by the time the NASCAR reaches Las Vegas, by the time the Cup Series playoff starts, the Truck Series will already be done for round one, and then yeah, and then yeah, round two is just drags on way too long. Like from October 12th to November 8th is round two. Like, man, dude, I know you're trying to build anticipation and drama. I don't know what the Truck Series is trying to do here, but I mean, who the hell watches the Truck Series anyways to watch the anticipation and drama here? If NASCAR is trying to, if NASCAR is trying to build something here, it's clearly not working because nobody pays attention to the freaking Truck Series anyways. This is definitely a problem, man. I am not a huge fan of this. I'm not a huge fan of this. Either make both Texas races a triple header or give the Texas race back. Make this Texas race back to November. Move this one back to November if you're gonna have a triple header race at Texas. Or make both races triple headers because this is not a huge. Because then we're stuck with this. 7 playoff races over 3 months. Like, the playoffs begin too early for my liking and they just drag on way too long. Oh man. I mean, this is why you don't move up. This is why you don't move races earlier in the season, because I mean, the Truck Series is usually, traditionally the Truck Series has been like, they start off slow, but then after the summer they kick things up a notch, and like the second half of the season it's like you see a lot of Truck Series races. But now man, this Truck Series schedule is gonna be a grind, man. It's gonna be a really freaking grind. I don't know what NASCAR was saying, like I don't know what NASCAR was saying, like, we want to shorten the spring break, we're going to shorten the spring break in the Truck Series. Like, I get it, but now the playoffs just drag on way too long. This is just a 7 race playoff. I don't know. What is NASCAR thinking? It's just a mistake. It's just a big mistake here. It's just a big oh man, NASCAR under changes. This is clearly not working. I am not a huge fan of this. Traditionally the Truck Series has started always slow and then it turns it up near the end of the season. I am not a huge fan of this, by having late season races move up to early season race, to move up to be early season. Remember 2011 when they moved Phoenix to the second race of the season, when it was the race before Homestead, the penultimate race? Yeah, in 2011 they moved it up to the second race of the season. They moved it up. Like, I don't know what the heck NASCAR was thinking there, but it just left us with, well, there's just a week off before Homestead. Like, it was awkward, like the championship drama, and then there's this week off. Like, this just left a bad taste in my mouth in 2011. That 2011 Truck Series, because I wasn't a huge fan of Phoenix being the second race of the season back in 2011 in trucks, and I'm definitely not a huge fan of Texas being this early in the season, because at least when you have Texas in the playoffs, you got the June race at Texas, and then you run at Texas in November. That's like 4 months apart. But now you run at Texas in March, and then in June, and you run at Texas at the end of March and at the start of June. That's just like a 2 month. That's just like a 2 months separating them. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the Cup Series racing twice at Pocono. This is exactly why. The schedule just gets stale and boring. Like, we're going to Texas, then after Texas, Dover, Kansas, Charlotte is back to Texas. You watch the Cup Series schedule here. The Cup Series schedule goes like this: Pocono, which we already ran; Michigan, which we already ran. Now we're right now in the off week as I'm recording this. Sonoma. Then we got Chicago, Daytona, Kentucky, New Hampshire, and then it's back to Pocono. So Pocono is the 14th race of the season and the 21st. I mean, sure, there's got the week off. There's like 8 weeks between here and Pocono, but the thing is, both Pocono races are held just like 7. I mean, Pocono is race 14 and the other Pocono race is race 21. So in the Cup Series, both Pocono races are held 7 races apart, I believe. Yeah, 7 races apart. They are held 7 races apart. That's just too much Pocono for me, and that's just too much Texas for me in the Truck Series. Like, I'm not a huge fan of that. Those are things that just hurt my head. And also in Xfinity Series, the Xfinity Series, and this is the same problem that I got with the Xfinity Series racing at Iowa. That you got Iowa, then you got Chicago, Daytona, Kentucky, New Hampshire, and then it's back to Iowa. Like, it's just a month. It's not even a month, and it's just a month, and they're already back a month and a half, and they're just already back to Iowa. It's like, I don't really like NASCAR just visiting these tracks way too often because it just gets boring, man. And I know it's not just me. I know this is gonna be really stupid. I know this is gonna sound really unpopular here, but I know it's gonna be a really unpopular opinion. But like I said, get rid of the June race at Texas. If I am NASCAR, I would just get rid of the June race at Texas and put it in November, and that way you get both Texas races as triple headers. So every time NASCAR runs at Texas, the Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series, they all get to race there. Yeah, everybody happy there? I hope not. But as for me, man, I'm out of here. I just gotta process this. I'm not happy with this.